Hey man, anybody tell you I've been looking for you?
I can't keep up with all you punks running around here backwards.
Oh, that can't be your car, man. You're supposed to be the fastest in the valley.
No wonder driving a field car.
What's a field car?
It's a car that drives through the fields backwards, dropping cow crap all over, trying to make the lettuce grow.
Yeah, well, you want to run that thing?
Let's prove it. Good morning, I'm Chip.
Hey, good morning, I'm Steve.
And hey, I'm Don. How are you?
And this is Chip's Garage. Today we got a special show. We're going to start changing things up, Steve. Mm-hmm. We've been doing the same thing, just walking around cars, letting people learn about the cars, which has been great. But we're going to start putting a little more pizzazz to it, right?
Yes.
You're from New York, you're an Italian. What's pizzazz?
I'm a generic New Yorker from Buffalo area.
Ah, whatever. It's all New York to me, right? Don, I think you're from New York, right?
I am.
Yeah.
Syracuse.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get going on this because this is great. Hey, shout out to Tara with FloridaCarShows.com, right?
And Kelly at Nature Coast Cruising Magazine.
And Leadfoot City,
we can't wait.
Achilles, we can't wait. We got the Duster getting ready to go. We're going to run it. So we're doing a show today on American Graffiti. And we have, of course, my coupe. Some of you have seen it before, the 32 Milner Coupe. And we got Don's 1955 Falfa, right? Chevy.
Does that mean I'm towed?
Well,
Or my candy.
So everybody, I mean, a lot of people have seen this movie, right?
Yeah.
And to me, I've watched it literally hundreds of times. Yeah, I love it that much. How about you, Don?
Oh, me too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I learned something from Don today, a couple other things.
What's that?
Just a couple things that we're going to show the viewers.
Okay.
And that I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, you know, every time I watch it, even though I've watched it hundreds of times, I've learned something new every time I watch it, right? A new line or a little something that happened in the movie.
Never gets old.
Never gets old.
And you know, when they flipped the car, it took 3 times to flip that car, they said.
Yeah.
And it was a 6-cylinder car. When he goes off the road, you can hear the different sound.
Well, also when the car's upside down, you can tell it's not the same car.
Silver wheels.
Exactly.
We'll get to it.
Exactly. So anyway, you can see the 32 Coupe, and this was a Milner Coupe. You got the 4 2-barrels on it and everything, and it's a pretty darn close replica. And I would consider Don's 55 about as close as a replica on his side. He's got a few little changes that we'll show, but Don, let's start looking at this thing.
The biggest thing is look at the front license plate.
Yeah, well, you got to have that.
THX 138.
Yeah, you got to have it, and that's
Spielberg.
His first
what
movie.
was it?
First movie.
His first movie. It was a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Didn't do very well, so he was trying to promote it.
But that's
for sure.
Let's get to
Let's get to this thing. Now, you just had it painted, Don, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. You want to tell us a little bit about it, what you did, or?
Well, I bought the car about 2 years ago. It came out of Minnesota, and I bought it from a consignment shop.
Oh, okay.
So I have a little bit of knowledge about the build, but not a great deal in terms of the original owner. The car is a post Chevy, obviously, and it's got custom frame. It's built to race.
Yeah.
It's got a Dana 60 rear end.
Well, let me jump in real quick. It was a race car, right? Didn't you tell me that? Or? Okay, so it was strictly race car.
Yes.
Back in the 80s?
Okay.
70s, 80s?
I don't know when he did that, but I wanted to make it a little bit more street usable.
Yeah.
So I made some minor modifications to it. One of the biggest things I did to it to separate it from being a race car was I put power steering in it.
Oh, yeah.
good.
User-friendly, much more comfortable to drive.
Yeah, good.
And I made some improvements to the interior in terms of its appearance. Other than that, it's pretty much the way I bought it. I put the scoop on it.
Right.
I put the front bumper. But other than that, the car is pretty much the way the guy built it. It's got the full roll cage as a race car. So.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Did you catch that drag race that guy flipped the car over and his feet were hanging out of the front and he walked out of it, that 55 Chevy.
Wow.
And he had a full roll cage, and we want to stress that if you're going to race, have a full roll cage and seatbelts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's start just pointing out some things on the car. And again, the car in the movie didn't have the emblems, right?
Right.
I'm trying to remember, was the grill like this? Is this?
It was chrome.
Okay, so it was like this.
Yes, but this grill is actually upside down. This is a fiberglass bumper.
Okay.
And
that's upside down.
It's put in upside down because I wanted that flow.
I like it.
Oh, geez, I didn't even pick that up, but now that you say it,
That's
holy
amazing
cow.
how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally different.
So it is a departure from the American Graffiti car because that had a chrome stock bumper on the front.
Gotcha.
And yours is fiberglass?
It's fiberglass.
Okay. But we always say, do it to your taste, and that's what you did. You got to be happy driving it, and 99% of people will never pick that up, right?
No.
I always love and enjoyed the look of the 55 front. It just looks mean. Yeah. It just looks like it's saying, right?
Well, when it went from 54 to 55, what a change.
Oh, what a change.
Huh?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. I mean, this paint job is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Now, you said you put the scoop on.
I did.
Is it functional?
Yes.
Okay, so you have a hole in the hood.
Yes.
Where did you get the scoop at?
I bought it from a person that does custom scoops off the internet.
Okay.
And then when he sent it to me, it was a little longer than I liked. It had too much of a flow in the front. So I actually removed about 2 inches of it.
Okay.
Gotcha. It looks fantastic.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And what do I always say, if you could see your Nikes in a quarter panel?
This paint
I mean,
job
it's amazing,
Let's walk around in here a little bit.
Look at all the stainless. Beautiful stainless. Yeah. Here. I mean, gorgeous. Chrome, stainless, wing windows, everything,
Well, you know what I like, and same as the movie, again, he deleted the windshield wipers. Yeah. Of course, you never drive this in the rain or anything,
drive it in
which
the
I would,
rain. And I did add the mirrors, which are not in the American Graffiti car, because you have to see what's behind you.
And especially the older we get, really, it's hard to turn, it's hard to see.
Gumball Rally, a guy says, what's behind me is not my concern.
Could be true.
Now, you did go, again, by taste. You went with weld wheels, where they would have had the chrome reverse on the movie car, and they wouldn't have had the white raised leather tires.
Right. These are bias ply. These are the old tires that come off the Judge and
well,
GTOs
you can tell
Camaros.
you can tell
oval.
because they're the wide ovals.
Yes.
I actually have a wide oval spare in the GTX, original
right?
bias ply. Yeah. Wow. But I love the look. To me, it still looks like the American Graffiti car, and it actually looks a little better.
Yeah.
The
modern version of it.
Yeah.
Well, this would have had the two-piece chrome on the side. Is that correct?
No, not on the movie
Some
car.
of them, not on a movie car, but
originally,
they would have had like a little piece of chrome here and on the door, and that's it.
Well, originally it
came
would
off
have here and then
the
here.
back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
now this is a fiberglass front end, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll lift it in a little bit, but this is a tilt fiberglass front end.
I would have never known.
Very cool.
And it's electrically operated. To release it, comes up to about here, and then you lift it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I mean, most fiberglass are wavy. Whoever did this paint job, hats off to him, because usually you see waviness. This is straight. I thought it was steel.
Right, absolutely. Let's work down, and of course you can see the vent windows. And what I loved about these years, the tri-fives, they're roll.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't just push them like in the 69. You just push it in and out.
You have a little pin here. You pull out and move, and it comes out.
And it locks it in.
Well,
you can tell, and look at this closely here. You can tell the quality of what they did back then. So that locks it once you get it in place. That pulls out.
And they pull it.
But they just stopped making quality like that. Let's look at it here.
Look at the door jambs; are beautiful, and the basic, what's it, tuck and roll?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which would have been like the movie too, right?
Yes.
I know they did, and I'm trying to remember. They did a lot of basic stuff inside on these cars because they just made them for the movie, right? They didn't make them as nice as yours.
Did they have one or two of them for the movie? 2 or 3?
They had 3.
3. Okay. Then the one went to 2-lane blacktop.
Yes. Well, it came from two. It came from 2-lane blacktop.
It came from 2-lane blacktop.
Yeah. So they fixed it up. So you can see inside. We're going to get around to the air side, but let's just point it out real quick. Of course, do you know where the bucket seats came from? Because obviously they
look kind of Chevelle-ish.
They do actually look like a Chevelle a little bit.
Nice. It fit nice.
But you can see he did a lot of updating. If you look in the back here, now what's that bar for there, Don?
The middle bar
down the middle.
That's just to open and close the battery shutoff.
Oh, gotcha.
That's nice.
So I don't have to crawl back in there.
Isn't that cool? Yeah, so this bar right here is for his battery shutoff. He can just reach back, grab it, and do it right away.
All right, now we have something special. I want our cameraman to get in here and look straight up here and see the writing.
On the very top.
And you can tell us what that means. Up there, right where the visor
he's got it.
See it?
Oh, the saying.
Yeah, what's it saying?
You're going to be hanging on for mercy when I get this sucker rolling.
Yeah, that was in the movie.
That was in the movie.
Okay, and did you see the headliner? Stainless steel Chevy stamp out like a.
It's all Chevy emblems.
Chevy emblems.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
it's
unique.
amazing. It's like one of these cars that you keep looking at and
Well-
look at, and you find more and more.
Well, again, what's cool about this, and I did it with my car, he made it to his taste, which, you know, the movie cars weren't in great shape by any stretch of the imagination.
no.
And these are much, much nicer, so I love it.
He put the delete all the way across. I just noticed where the radio should be.
Yeah.
That's that.
The radio's up above.
Yeah, but I mean, they had that there, and he put it just like Bullet. That car, they made like 3 of them, and they were just all cut up for the movie, and the suspensions and everything. They were just cars.
Wow.
That they wanted for the movie to show.
Look how clean.
Look at
Now, I do like that you kept the trim here,
I like that too.
and of course you
It breaks
kept
up
the
the
trim
black.
around here. Yeah,
And
look,
with this, and this, yeah.
yeah, it's beautiful. Look at the exhaust
Side.
coming out and how it's
Yeah.
actually cut up into. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
And a lot of people are taking taking this section off a scrap junker and putting it on a 4-door, making it 2-doors.
Yeah.
Because you just can't find 2-doors. I've seen where they take this section and weld it in and do a great job. But this car is just. Now come back here, and I always loved the taillights.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
And then in '56, they went to the taillight that you can put gas in. You move it. And,
Now, where's your gas in this? You have a fuel
In the
cell?
trunk.
A fuel
trunk,
cell?
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
18 gallons.
Yeah, can we
open it?
Well, let's look at something
Okay.
real quick, but we'll go ahead and open
Okay.
it. But like you were pointing out, Steve, the taillights,
taillights, yeah.
clean. Now tell us about that back bumper there, Don.
Well, that was a custom contribution to the way the car was designed originally. I left it there. I thought about putting a chrome bumper over it, but I've decided not to because I like the way it is
flows
now.
through,
And so that's just something that was done when it was built to be a race car.
I love it. Now,
It's different from somebody else.
no, I love it because it keeps the car mean and clean, you know. But on the movie car, they had this,
I
but
like that.
did you know that? They had this, but they didn't have the insert. It was just the chrome outline of
Okay.
the Chevy emblem.
And the
That's what-
plate was on the trunk.
Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Yeah, I like it the way you have it better. Now, talking about the plate, tell us
Yeah.
what's going
Okay.
on there.
Well, in the movie, one of the actresses sitting in the passenger seat with Harrison Ford in the driver's seat, she looks over to her girlfriend and says, "Ain't he neat?"
Yeah.
That license plate, if you read it, it says, "Ain't he neat?"
Yeah,
That
very
is-
cool, man.
yeah.
Again, all these little touches,
Yep,
Steve, is
yep,
what makes. Let's go ahead and open the trunk and we'll show them real quick
Sure.
what's
And in the
going
front,
on
if
there.
you didn't notice the skull head.
Yeah,
the
well,
skull head
we'll-
bobbing around.
yeah,
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 we'll show
we'll-
that when
we're-
we go up front.
we'll get
yeah.
up there.
But all these little, it's just, we're so excited to have this car today.
Of course. Oh, I think we
electric.
got electric trunk. Look at that. Wow.
It's a little slow.
Don, that's cool.
Hey, Don, how many bodies can I put in here?
Many is needed.
What
Look
size
at that.
fuel cell is pretty big?
It's 18.
18. Wow. Awesome.
So what do you get, about 10 miles a gallon?
Yep.
So you get 180 miles in?
Yep.
It's not bad.
10
Not
miles
bad.
a gallon is good.
I see the battery back
Oh,
there.
yeah, there you go. Look
Wow,
at that.
very nice and clean.
Oh, that is so nice.
Oh, I love that. Look at this. And look how nice and
Very
neat all
cool.
the fittings are, no leaks. You got your sending gauge, your batteries back here, away from there. Very nicely done.
Nice
Don.
job, cleaned up on all the electrical. If you want to look back in here, you can see.
Very nice.
Yeah, beautiful. I just love
The
it.
original car would have a wheel well right here, like a inside
For
where
the
the spare
spare
tire
tire.
would go here.
Yeah.
But you know, you had to take it out because you had the big balonies under there.
Yeah, and look at how big a tire is.
Yeah,
so
bigger
that, you know,
tires.
of course, they
Tubbed out.
tubbed out.
Tubbed out.
Yeah, the window.
But you maintain the sides, which is really nice here. So you
Yeah.
maintain a lot of originality under there, which is really nice too.
Now, what's going on the rear end? What do you got up under there?
It's a Dana 60.
If we want to show it here, let's take a look down here. Yeah, all right, a Dana
wow.
60. Oh, yeah. Yep.
And 373 gears.
And
nice.
it's a 4-link.
Yes.
Four-
Yeah,
Link,
coil
possible.
over,
Yes.
373 gears. Dana,
What transmission?
T400.
Oh, T400. Okay.
T400. Beautiful. Nice
can
and
cruise
clean.
a little bit.
How wide are those tires?
Wide
They look
enough.
Like they look like 12s. 12s.
Oh, more than
No,
12.
more than
Are they
Yeah.
14?
Oh, easy.
Are they
They're
really?
Probably 16.
Wow, really?
Yeah, they're this wide.
Yeah, they're
Look at the
huge.
chrome. Oh,
Yeah,
I love the chrome.
Absolutely gorgeous. Look at here, Steve, too, about the still where.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so cool, Don.
I was
Thank you.
watching one of my car movies, and they take a 55. They took one, and they have the electric where it comes out like this and goes over, and you can put for the gas. They
Yeah.
made the gas thing like the
Yeah.
56, but it was really neat. The electric motor.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted the car to pay homage to the movie car.
Sure.
But I don't have the quarters radius, as you can see.
Right.
So it's not a true tribute car. So
That's
I
close.
will admit that to the connoisseurs of American
course,
Graffiti.
of course.
But the quarters are so solid,
Yeah, yeah.
such a beautiful,
Yeah.
shape there that I just couldn't bring myself to cut them.
Absolutely. No,
And that's me. So it's I honor the movie, but I couldn't quite do that.
And you're doing it to your taste, like we always say.
that's
you do.
right. That's right. I love
But
it.
the interior is nice. It has the old, like we're talking pleats, and you put the screws in the right way around and all that. It's just so cool.
This is how I would have done it, I'll tell you that. Why don't you get in here and show us what's going on, Don?
The interior is pretty plain, as you can see. The dash is very clean. Up above, I have a radio CD player, and then my little special sign here. The speakers are mounted up above, and that's all there is to the interior of the ceiling. Then I've got, of course, the roll cage. Center console, custom made with a nice size storage compartment. And you can see the gauges, easy to see, individual switches.
Nice.
And that's it.
What
I like the pistol grip shifter.
Yeah,
Pistol
yeah.
grip shifter.
Makes it nice.
And pallet wheel, is that correct?
Yes.
And then what are these lights down here for? Or what is that down here?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the trunk,
Oh, okay.
raise and lower.
see,
This is
okay.
for the hood.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Go ahead and raise it. We're going to need to look at it. And of course, you got your tack on there with your shift
Yeah.
light.
Wow. This is beautiful.
I love it. Very nice. Of course, you
Thank you.
see he has the hat, which is nice.
Got the hat.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Where's the hat? Show the hat. There you go. There you go.
Awesome. Oh, and we got it, and we'll show it from the front here. If we can come on out, we're going to do in the front. But he's got the skull as well, which you
Yeah,
were pointing
I just
out,
talked
Steve,
about the
so,
skull.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
and
can,
this-
there's another car we could spend an hour on. Or
Oh,
two.
I know.
Two.
Go ahead and point it out, Steve, there from the
Right here, the
meeting.
skull.
Yeah, they had
Harrison
that.
Ford.
in there,
Harrison
so,
Ford. There was a driver.
Yeah. Steve, get
Yep.
that side. There we go.
Okay. Look at this.
Isn't that cool? Okay, tell us what you got going on.
Oh,
Don.
my
It's a 427.
Now, is
And,
this an older 427? Like, say, 60s, 70s?
This
Okay.
was, I bought it the way it is,
Yes.
and I couldn't tell you for
Steve,
sure.
you look at it, but I think it's the older 427. I don't think this, I'm 99%
I would think so. Well,
possible.
they stopped making 427 when?
I don't remember
Anybody?
exactly, but
427?
I don't think, they,
In
you
the
know, they made
70s,
the
in
newer
70s.
ones.
Yeah, they make
this,
the new
This isn't it.
Well, that race truck had a new small block 427.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this is the
yeah.
this is the Big Mac Daddy right here.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
About 650 horse,
They never told me, but I'm guessing somewhere in that
somewhere around that
neighborhood.
neighborhood. Yeah, yeah. Look at that.
Really cool. So let's point out a few things. Of course, he's got his brake cylinder here and oversized. So that you got manual brakes.
This was a new brake system I had installed after I bought the car, and it's electric assisted.
Oh, electric assisted.
Yes,
That's
and they're
why.
all
Okay.
discs.
Good.
Everything was replaced. Everything rubber, everything wire, everything was replaced in the car when
Straight
I
axle.
acquired it for safety reasons.
Yeah. Oh, it is a straight
Straight
axle.
axle,
isn't it?
Don.
Yeah, straight
I
axle.
didn't know that.
It's like a
You
gasser,
look
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
but I didn't
wow.
raise it. I didn't raise the front end. I
Good.
wanted to look the way it is.
Yeah, good. Of course, coilover shocks,
Coilovers.
power steering, which he mentioned,
Yeah.
made a big difference for him.
Aluminum radiator.
Aluminum radiator.
Got the EGR system to suck all the fumes out of there back into there.
Now,
Electric
what do you-
fan.
What do you got for a carb in there? Oh, you got
a
a
Holly-
brawler in there.
Holly
yeah,
brawler.
So what
770.
size? 770.
Now with two fans, how's it? Pretty good.
Oh yeah, I have not
190,
even
180,
on the
190?
hottest days driving it. I never see it go over 180.
Oh, good.
190.
Good to hear.
Wow, what a cool setup. And now
Yeah.
you said a custom frame all the way back? Did you say
The
that?
way it was built, yes, you can tell by looking underneath it. It was partially boxed, and the rest is all custom.
Gotcha.
Boy, somebody really took a lot of time. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
All the welds, all the connections, everything was professional grade.
Grain,
No question.
ground, bondoed, clean,
Everything,
sanded. Yeah.
yes.
Good.
Wow.
That's the way it should be. Look at a nice smooth firewall. Very nice, very nice. I'm looking at all this under here. Did very nice reinforcement. Everything's all, some of these cars, you have to reinforce fiberglass,
Right.
Our viewers, they,
Well, especially with hot rods,
they
right?
sit
Yeah,
there
they're
and crack,
rattling.
And, we talked about your coupe. Your coupe's in great shape for
Right.
what it's been through,
Right.
And so you want to beef up your fiberglass. Very nice. See this strip, beefing it up and all that, and a rod here and all that. Very nicely done, whoever did it.
Thank
Hats
you.
off to them. Hats off to 'em.
Absolutely.
I really admire when people do a good job.
Yeah, all one piece except for you can see what you were talking about
Yeah,
with
the
the
bumper.
bumper. Yeah, turned upside
Yeah.
down. Of course, full length headers. You can see they go down to here, run to the side, and then run out the side there like we
I'm
talked
looking,
about.
all the screws are the same. They're not mismatched. Everything's all the same. Everything, like he didn't put rusty screws here and stainless here. Everything's all really nice. That's what I look at in a car. And that's what makes the value of a car.
It's a super high quality car.
Very high quality.
Yeah.
So,
And the rest of it's all metal, right? All
Yes.
original
Yeah, metal.
55
Yeah.
metal.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous, man.
yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. I think we take them outside and run
them
them.
outside, yeah.
Let's see who's the fastest in the valley.
I'm not Toad. I'm not going to be in the flat. Okay. If you want me to for today, I will, okay?
All right. Well, come on up front here,
Here,
Don.
wait a minute. Oh, Don, hold on. Hold on, Don. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love the tilt front end. Now, in the movie car, it had a tilt front end too.
Yes.
Which,
Yes.
Yeah.
some people may or may not know.
And two-lane blacktop, they changed the windows. They were slide windows in two-lane blacktop.
That's right.
And these
I
are
heard
roll-up.
that. I heard
Look at,
that.
watch this. Watch this. Oh my
Wow.
God. That is, I've never seen it like that before. I've seen them flip open, but not like this. Look at it, locked right in place.
This is a six-figure car.
More.
Crazy.
And
Crazy.
more.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, I'm Chip.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Don.
And this is
Chip's
Chip's
Garage.
Garage. Okay, let's prove it.